filmed in front of a live studio audience. This is the Wheel of FM22 Fortune! Hello everyone and welcome to the Wheel of FM22 Fortune. I'm Anderzbaz and I'm going to take you through a quick view of this concept for this new save series. It's going to start very soon. This is not the first episode of the series. This is episode 0, where we go through what's on the wheel and what happens and what you're going to see in every episode. So without further ado, we're going to have a look at the wheel right now. And here you can see it is spinning around with 10 options. So we're going to first, at the end of this episode, we're going to select a club. Well, the wheel is going to select a club that we are going to start out by managing. And then before every single game, we're going to spin this wheel and something is going to happen. Whether it's fortuitous or unfortuitous, we shall see. There are 10 options on the wheel. The first option we'll go through is the Average Joe option. That's going to set all of a specific player's attributes to 10. And when we get one of these or one of the other ones that selects a specific player, we've got another wheel that spins 1 to 11 and goes to the previous match day and just heads down the list and selects that player. In a similar vein, we've got the God Amongst Men. Now that sets all of the player's attributes all to 20. And then conversely, we've got What a Dud, which does exactly the same, but sets all the attributes down to 1. Now, we're not going to mess around with any current ability or potential ability when we do this, so it will naturally go back to what they should, generally speaking, be. But immediately, that impact is right there. So next, we've got He's Out of Here. And that means we'll just randomly select a player and send them to our next opposition. Now, there's an equal and opposite one of these ones. It's called Welcome Aboard, where we randomly select a player from the next opposition. So we could be playing against a side who he's just played for. It's just like that. The wheel has no mercy. And equally, we've got Manager Swap, which does the same, but with me and the other manager of our next opposition. So if I start out with one club, by game 3, I could be facing them in the next game. It's utter madness. Speaking of utter madness, I quit is one of the options. And that essentially, I just quit the job and head back to the nation wheel and start again. And the wheel just picks me a new club. Anything can happen. Right, what haven't we covered? We haven't covered musical chairs. That means that no player can play in the same position as they played in the last match. So everyone has to get up and sit in a new seat or just be benched. Either way. We've got, speaking of benched, we've got Take a Seat, Pal. And that means the best player from our last match gets dropped. He doesn't even get on the bench. He's just dropped from the match day squad for one game. He can be back in the game after if we're still here. And then the final option that we haven't covered is Take It Easy, which means we just put our feet up because there are no changes dictated by the wheel. Anything happens in Football Manager that happens anyway, but the wheel does not dictate a specific change. Right, they are the 10 options on the wheel. Let me know down in the comments which is your favourite option and which one you're looking forward to seeing the most. And if they think there's any other options that should be on there for later on in the series, please let me know and we'll add them in at some point in the future, or maybe for the next version of this save game. Right, the final button you should look at, which is not on a button, it's not a wheel, it's the subscribe button. You should press it, you see all of this series. Right, we'll move on. We have indeed moved on. We are now at the nation wheel. This is going to spin around and tell us where we're going. So we've got the big 5 European leagues, and we're going to head to one of them. England, Spain, Italy, Germany, France. Well, it's the wheel's pick, it's not anyone's pick. We're off. Where are we heading to? Is it going to be France? Is it going to be Germany? It's going to be France. We are off to League 1. Where are we going to play? Okay, we brought up the club select wheel, and you can see all 20 teams in League 1. There's PSG, there's Monaco, there's everyone for the new season. Let's spin the wheel and see who we are going to manage in our first club in Wheel of Fortune. It's Stade de Reims. We're off to Reims. Never managed them. I think they play in red. Let's head to the game and just move our manager there, shall we? We'll go to the day before the first game of the season in France, and we'll move over. Okay, we're back on familiar ground. We are in FM22, and now we need to find Stade Reims. This is my pretty face. Apparently, I've got 50 caps for England. Right, we're going to move to other club. We've got the in-game editor, by the way. You'll need this if you want to play Wheel of Fortune. Right, there's Stade Reims. I've searched for them. Let's click on there. Click OK. And drum roll, please. Boom. Stade de Reims higher Anderzbaz. Well, there we go. We are here. We are in France. We don't speak French. We're on 12 grand a week, which is brilliant. Media prediction is 13th. Okay, they finished 12th last season. Fine, we'll see. If we get anywhere near the end of the season, that might be useful. I don't think I've heard of any of these players. No, not a single one. We'll see who is the best player in the side. I don't care about any of this. I'm probably not going to be here by the end of the season, so none of this really matters. Right, let's have a look at who our best player is in the squad. Let's not arrange a meeting every week with the backroom staff. We don't want to see them that often. We'll go with every month. Right, let's have a look at the squad. Let's have a look at this squad. And there we can see Younis Abdelhamid, a Moroccan centre-back, 34 years of age. He is our best player. He's very old. I'm sure he's brilliant, but he can jump a little bit. He's decent heading, tackling, marking. Yeah, he's actually quite good. He's actually quite good. Who is our most potential? Who's got the most potential? Hugo Ekitike, a French Cameroonian midfielder, left winger. There we go. He is our player with the most potential. There's also Jens Kohuste, who is a Swedish American, but we'll get to the squad in the next episode. We're facing Nice in the first game of the first episode of Wheel of Fortune. And I've got no idea who any of these players are. I've got no idea how to manage in France. I've not managed in France in a very, very long time. I can't even remember the last time I managed in France. But you are going to see everything, all games, all season, here on Wheel of Fortune. And I'll see you in the next episode where we take over Stade Reims in our first ever game in the Wheel of Fortune. Right, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, there are some videos over here which you will enjoy, and there's a subscribe button down here which you should press so you don't miss any future content here on the channel. Thank you very much for watching.